In today's... Oh my days, I've crashed. My name is ManicGamingGuy, aka Rob D. Rich, and I love to bring you all sorts of fun tutorials, and today's one is a good one. Let's get captured. Why did the camera not work this time? Okay, I just tested again. The camera is working. Let me give you a nice demo with the lights off so you can see the speed camera working at its gloriness. So here we go. Let's do that again. Hi, my name is ManicGamingGuy, and this is a Rob D. Rich tutorial where I bring you fun stuff like a speed camera. I bet you get the gist, guys. Let's get into the tutorial. If you're new to the channel, I make a lot of tutorials for BeamNG map making, and if you're just starting out and need to learn some stuff, I recommend you subscribe. And then when we get to the end of the video, if you've enjoyed yourself and learned something new, please be sure to hit that like button so we can get this video out there and everyone can enjoy some speed traps. So this doesn't really take too much setting up, so let's just get on with it. Everything you need today, guys, apart from maybe like a prop to indicate it's a speed camera, is built in to BeamNG. So I'll give you a quick little look of the couple of things we're going to need. Let's turn these up. We're going to need one of these if you want the flash. You don't have to have the flash, but I like the flash. Why would you not have a flash? So yeah, I reckon I need to crank it up a little bit. There we go. So yeah, you want a bit of flash for the camera to indicate that the driver's been caught. And we're also going to be needing a trigger, a BeamNG trigger. So I'm going to find a new location and let's create a new speed trap. All right, here we go. We've got a completely barren road. Barren, one of those two. And we want to put a speed camera just before it gets into the city. Now, props aren't essential, they just look good, so we will do them after we have made the essential stuff and checked it out for the actual speed camera itself. So the first thing we're going to be finding is clicking on this button. We've got a new layout now, guys, so if you're not finding it, click on the three lines. We're going to click on landscape, by the looks of it, create an object, and we're looking for the law, BeamNG trigger law. There we go, law trigger. So we're going to grab one of those, and we're going to plop it in there. We're going to then get the object selector and grab it, make it 3D, stretch it out so it's crossing the road, and then stretch it out this way. Now, if I remember correctly, it only works if the car's going this direction. If the car's going this direction, it's not going to work. So I'm guessing you're going to have to set another one up, or maybe there's a bit of code that makes it work both ways. I'm not actually trialed and errored it, but this one definitely is going to work if the car's going this direction, so keep that in mind. Now the next thing I like to do is put these into a folder. I've already started some speed traps, so I have a speed traps folder. I'm going to grab my new trigger and put it into my folder. If you don't know how to put it into the folder, you got to move. Thank you very much. If you don't know how to create your own folder, you just right click and put into new group, and then you're sorted. Right, so let's go back to this BeamNG trigger. I'm going to call it speed trap trigger. Now, the way we like to write code on these names is we start with lowercase. Then when we get to a new word, we do an uppercase, higher case, or whatever you like to call it, capital letter for every new word, and that will do us. So this one's actually going to be number 2. So this is my second speed trap for the level. So I've gone for level number 2. If it's the first one, maybe put it as number 1. You'd have to do it in this order, but before we get any code in, I'm going to throw in the light source. Now we go to environment, we can get a spotlight, and we can throw that wherever you feel the camera's going to be. Go on to the object tool, object selector, and we can see the arrow, the light source actually point in the wrong direction. So we can maybe snap it with the rotational tool, turn that off. And now we're pointing sort of the right direction in sort of the right height. So let's just correct it a little bit more rotation. Now if you're going too crazy, you can hold control and do more finer movements to get it in the direction you want. So I'm going to point towards the road. I'm going to point it down a little bit. I'm picturing the car's going to get its picture taken where that law is. So I'm going to extend the range by, I don't know, something like 50. It's probably ginormous. maybe not needed. And I'm just going to adjust it so we're capturing the law, hopefully in about the middle of the light source. And this one is now going to have to be renamed to speed trap light 2. That should have been the same as that. Speed trap light. Did I put the capital? I did. Make sure you got your capitals and your wording's all right. So I'm going to put that in that little group there. As we're already on the light, we can change some of the settings, like what sort of light it uses and how intense that light is and how bright it is. We can go something stupid like 20. That's ridiculously bright and probably will blind someone. Maybe 10 is going to be good enough. Range, angle, we can change the angle of the light it's pointing at. That's the outer circle with these numbers here. That just give it a bit of a wider branch. And also the inner circle there if you wanted to. We can cast shadows, but we don't really need to do that per se, as it will be a little bit more intense. I recommend adding on a flare. It doesn't really matter which one you go for. Just make sure it's a little bit intense. If you're wondering where it's gone, you need to be looking at the light source to see its flare. That's okay, but I feel we need a bigger flare for ours. Oh, that looks a bit more like a flash from the camera. It ended up being BeamNG Sun Flare Free Intensity Freeness. If you felt you don't want a white light because you want to simulate a bit maybe like an LED light, you could also change the tone. Now that will do us in this little section for now. We can hit the is enabled off to turn the light off and just leave it as it is. Now we're on to some of the fun stuff. We're going to be adding some code to the law. There's only 4 things to put in it, and it's really not that hard. We're going to go down to the dynamic fields down here to the bottom right. And we're going to first of all type in speed with lowercase, then trap with a higher case, and then type with higher case at the start. Hit enter. Then in the values over here, we're just going to put speed. That's the first one done. We're then going to add another one called speed limit. Now this is going to be the value of the speed we want the camera to activate off. Now this is a 60-mile-an-hour road. So we're going to need to put a value in here. Now the mass is done meters per second. Now I'll show you some graphs in a second to show you how to work that out, or you can just copy and paste or whatever it says. But while we're still down in it, let's throw in the optional inputs. These are a must. These ones are not necessarily needed, but you can throw them in anywhere if you want to do. So you've got speed, limit, tolerance. Make sure you spell everything right. I've got to check my spellings. Tolerance. I've missed an A out. Speed, limit, tolerance. That looks right to me now. Hopefully I've got it right. Now, I just tend to do 10% of whatever the speed limit is in that one, because then I think go by the UK law, you get about 10%, maybe go a little bit less, round it down, choose 10% and round it down. That's what I'd go there. And the next one, because we're having it hooked up to the light, we're going to have another value called speed trap light name. Make sure you check your spellings. Now, obviously, we already know the speed trap light name because we've built it. So if we click on here, we can highlight this name to make sure we've got it exactly the same. Go back down to here and put that value in there. And now they are linked up and ready to go. Right, so we just need to now put in our speed limit and our speed limit tolerances. You might want to pause the screen here to get this written down, but here are the speed units in kilometers to meters per second if you're doing kilometers. If you're doing the mass for miles per hour, it's down here. So your miles per hour times by 0.44704 equals your number you need to use for meters per second. So for me, the speed limit for 60-mile-an-hour road, it's going to be 26.82. I believe that's the case anyway. That's what I put on my decal. If you want to know how to do speed limits, it's almost a similar way. The decal that you've got the AI tuned to, you'd go down to here and type in speed limit. And that's how you add speed limits to your roads. Now, obviously, we've got the tolerance. We've got no tolerance at the moment, so it should be about 2.6. So I'm going to put 2.2 in, just a little bit less than 10%. And that should give the camera a little bit of tolerance if you're speeding a little bit over 60. So we will have to hit, I don't know, like 64 or something to break the cameras. Right, now it's time to test it out. With a little bit of creativeness. Is that creativeness? Creativity. With a little bit of creativity, I've stuck a barrier on, squished it down, and put it on top of a pole. That's our speed camera. I will probably go into Blender one day and make it work properly. But here's the car. There's the goal. Let's see if it works. And go straight. Go straight. That's straight enough. I think we missed... We may have missed our objective there. Okay, well, last time, and then I'll do it properly. No, I'll just do it properly this time. No more mucking about. They stay on the road, and we're going to be looking out for a flash and some text in the top right indicating that we've got a speeding fine. There it is, and there it is. I didn't look out for the flash, but I'm sure it worked. But, yeah. We got a speeding ticket. Oh! Right, I've taught you everything you need to know to make a speed trap. I promise you it's working. The BeamNG has dodgy lighting. It would be just that. That's why the flash wasn't so bright. It was working perfectly fine earlier on. But yeah, that's everything you need to know to make a speed trap. If that's been useful to you and you've learned something, please hit that like button. Get this video out there a little bit more. Maybe YouTube will start liking me and start putting my algorithm a bit higher up in the chain, as it's pretty miserable at the moment. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed that video. I have plenty more tutorials for you to enjoy. I've also been doing some streaming recently, so who knows, maybe I'm still doing that. Keep an eye out for me. So yeah, keep it real, stay safe, share love, bye bye.